Hey guys, this is Trevor from Patrick Adair Supplies with another subbox video. This ring we are calling the Insterstellar Ring. I'm super happy with how it turned out. It shimmers from about every perspective you can look at it from. It's super pretty. So for this box, we are including a cobalt chrome ring band in the size of your choice, blue sandstone, diamond dust, and purple glow powder. And then as a freebie this month, we are also adding some peridot. So to start off this ring, I'm doing a thin layer of our thick CA just to coat the inlay channel. After the inlay channel is coated with that CA, I'm just going to sprinkle our purple glow powder on top of that until it covers the channel. I add a little bit of super thin CA just to cover any of those little gaps that may have gotten left behind from the thick. And I'm also trying to really keep this inlay as close to the bottom as possible. I don't want it to be up at the top of the inlay channel, and I'll explain more about that in just a moment. So once that inlay channel is covered with the purple glow, I am adding our blue sandstone, which I have powdered with a hammer previously. I'm trying to get it as fine a powder as I can, again to keep it close to the base of the ring, and I feel like you get a lot of nice sparkles when it's in that powder state. After I put one layer of the blue sandstone powder on top, I wet the ring one more time with that super thin CA just to see where the purple glow powder comes through, and I just want to cover those spots with that powdered sandstone again, just so we get that nice deep blue color all throughout the ring. And after it is fully covered, I wet it another time with that super thin CA and start adding our diamond dust on top. And this is the reason I wanted to keep it close to the base of the ring. If we get too high, it's the same as using any other diamonds. They're just so strong that if you are finishing and they're up close to the top, it'll be super hard to get a nice smooth finish. Especially with how small the dust is, you could just be left with a lot of scratches that are really hard to get out. So apply the diamond dust however you want. I just kind of tried to do it in a random pattern, just like the stars in the sky. If you add a little bit too much, you can always go over it with that sandstone powder again. And after I'm satisfied with the coverage of that diamond dust, I am just going to hit it with a little spritz of accelerant to set everything in place, and start slowly building up that inlay channel with our super thin CA until it gets to the top. This is probably what will take the longest time, just because you have to sit and let it cure in between layers. I do add a small spritz of accelerant between layers. You don't want to get too much, or else it can bubble up that CA and also leave behind a bad finish. So less is more with accelerant. Just want to pop in here while we are waiting for these layers to build up and say thanks for watching our videos. We really appreciate it. And as always, we ask you to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching these. I always have a good time making them, and hope you guys do too. Alright, so once the inlay channel is full up with that super thin CA and all cured, I am going to take my Dremel and try to Dremel it flush to the top of that inlay channel. Since we are using cobalt chrome, it is a bit of a softer material, so just be a little bit careful with your Dremel to try and avoid scratching it. You can sand it out, but I also try to take away as little material as possible with this one. So after I've Dremeled it somewhat flush, I'm just going to wet sand with 220 to get it the rest of the way. And once it is flush, it looks like it is ready to go into the next stage, and I wet sand with 500, 1000, 1200, and then add some of our polish at the end. After I added the polish and I inspected the ring a little bit closer, I noticed two kind of smaller holes slash scratches that were probably from some diamond dust that got a little bit too high. So I just took my razor, kind of cleaned out the holes a little bit. And then I did another small wet sand of 220 just to rough it up again, get rid of that polish so the glue would adhere better. And then I did another layer of super thin and went through with the 220, 500, 1000, 1200, and the polish one more time. And this time, we're left with a very nice finish. It polished up super nice. As you guys can see, any way you turn the ring, it's nice and sparkly. It looks like the night sky. The diamond dust and the blue sandstone really complement each other well. It's kind of like you get two different kinds of sparkles when you're looking at the ring. Overall, I had a good time making this ring. It wasn't too difficult. I hope you guys had a good time. And again, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next month. Bye.